Hey, what's up everyone? This is AJ here and I'm back with another video, and today's video is gonna be one of the most requested topic that I have recently got in my comments. Most of you guys have been requesting me about my claw setup, and most of guys has been asking me that how do I use my claw setup, what actually my claw setup looks like. So in today's video I'll be showing how to use my claw setup. So let's hop into the training room and find out what's going on in there. So basically guys, before I get into the main topic, I wanted to show you guys that how I learned the claw setup. So at the beginning, like every other PUBG mobile player, at one time I was also a thumb player. I used to play with my both of my thumbs, and my playing style was what we get by default. So the settings were default settings. I used to play with the thumbs. So when I got familiar with the thumb style, I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos about claw setup, and I also wanted to learn the claw because the claw players are basically having a more advantage than the thumbs player because they can do many other things that the thumbs player cannot use. So when I got pretty familiar and confident with playing with the thumb style, then I also wanted to advance myself to the claw style. So these were my basic thumb setting that we are getting by default. So I have my firing buttons, two firing buttons, one in the left hand side and the other in the bottom right corner, and these are the settings that we are getting by default. So after I get used to this thumb style, I wanted to progress to the claw setup. Then I made my own claw setup, which was actually a three finger claw setup. So in the three finger claw setup, what I was having my score button in the top right corner, and other things were pretty similar. So only the one thing I did was I took my score button on the top right corner, and other things were pretty similar. So now what I was doing, that whenever I wanted to scope in, I can quickly scope in and fire. So that was different from the thumb style to the three finger claw style. Now I can scope in with my right index finger and my scope button in the right top corner, so I can scope in and fire immediately. So that was the advantage point than playing with the thumbs. So I can scope in, I can fire, I can scope in, I can fire. So it made it pretty easy for me to scope in and fire at the same moment. So I can also lean and peek, I can scope in, lean, and I can fire. So that's how I learned claw setup. So guys, once I got familiar with my three finger claw setup, I decided to advance and progress myself to the four finger claw setup. So then I start to learn and train myself to get familiar to the four finger claw setup. So let's show you guys that how my four finger claw setup looks like. So basically this is how my settings look like, and as you guys can see that in the top left corner I have three options. That one is for lean to the left side, other one is the lean to the right side, and the third one is the scope. So in the bottom left corner, this is my move around button, and in the top right corner there is my fire button, and in the bottom right corner you guys can see a lot of other options like reload button. There is a crouch option, there is a prone option, and there is a jump option. So I use my left index finger to scope in and to lean, and I use my left thumb to move around, and I use my right index finger to fire in, and I use my right thumb to do a lot of things like to reload, to crouch, to prone, and to jump, and also to aim myself and control the recoil. So that's what my settings looks like, and let's see my other settings which I'm using. So uh, these are my settings. I'm using peak option. The peak is enabled. I'm using hold to lean, that as long as I'm holding that as long as I'm holding, so I'm using hold to lean, that it will lean only as long as I'm holding it. And I use peak to open scope. It means that whenever I will peek, it will open scope automatically, and the gyroscope is closed, and you guys can see other options too. So let's hop into the training room to see how I use my 4 finger claw setup. So you guys can see that with the 4 finger claw setup, I use my right thumb to move around, and I use my left thumb to lean, and I use my right index finger to fire in, and I use my right thumb to move around, and I use my right index finger to scope in, and I use my right thumb to lean. So you guys can see that with the left index finger I used to lean to the right, lean to the left, and to open scope normally. So with my left thumb I used to move around. That is the only use of my left thumb. And sometimes I used to fire also with my left thumb when I'm using the semi-automatic sniper like Mini 14 or the SKS. I used to fire with my left thumb. So I used to normally fire most of the time with my right index finger. So I can press the fire button with my right index finger and move my aim with my right thumb. So other things that I use, so the other things that I do with my right thumb is to reload, to crouch, to prone, and to jump. So that's how my four finger claw setups looks like. So you guys might have seen me in the video that it's a pretty advanced and difficult claw setup. It took me a long time to learn my claw setup. So basically guys, if you wanted to learn your claw setup, don't copy other players claw setup, because every player is having their different claw setup. They have customized their own play setup by training themselves. So that's how I learned. I used to enter the training room and practice myself a lot. If you want to learn your claw setup, go into the training room and find the perfect settings for you. So don't copy other player claw setup, instead find your own. So that's all about my settings and my claw setup. So let's hop into a quick arcade match and continue the video.